Hello friends, it's Wendy here, and I have a little bit of info about today's Aquarius Dark Moon, followed by a song and then some info about some upcoming events that are happening in my world. So the Aquarius Dark Moon. So firstly, Dark Moon, always a time to slow down, to turn inward, to create that space, that moment between breaths when the moon moves from the waning cycle into the waxing cycle. That point, that liminal point between life and death, it's powerful. Every dark moon gives us an opportunity to push reset. So this particular dark moon is in the sign of Aquarius. So both the sun and moon are in Aquarius. And Aquarius is a fixed air sign. So there's 3 different ways that each of the elements can express themselves in astrology: cardinal, mutable, and fixed. And Aquarius is fixed air. So it might seem like these 2 things don't align well. Air, which wants to open up and change, and the wind blows and it expands, and fixedness. But air also relates to our thoughts, our convictions, our belief systems. So the Aquarius fixed air, to me, says stand strong in your convictions. Be willing to speak up for what you believe in. Sometimes this willingness to stand strong in what we know, what feels right for us, can really rock the boat. I like to think of that glyph of Aquarius, the 2 wavy lines together. They're not water. Aquarius is the water bearer, but it's not water. It's an air sign. To me, that's the wind whipping the waves into change, whipping the still pond into motion, creating upheaval sometimes, change, difference. So sometimes when we stand strong in our convictions and bravely strong, we're moving against the status quo, and it can create great upheaval, revolutions sometimes. Think of standing up now for what you believe in, whether that's speaking out in support of Palestine, whether that's standing up for LGBTQ equality, whatever, civil rights, women's rights, reproductive rights, whatever it is that you're standing up for, animal rights, whatever that is, then we need to stand strong in our convictions, because we're bucking against what is the norm right now. We're creating waves, and copping some flack for that too. That Aquarius message says, be you, be strong in yourself, be proud to be who you are. And the Aquarius energy, which we all have within us, some more than others. Of course, if you're born under an Aquarius sun sign or moon sign or rising or whatever, you're going to have a bit more than a lot of the rest of us. But we all can tap into that Aquarius energy. We're all born under the one sky. And when a planet, and the moon is regarded as a planet in astrology, moves through the sign of Aquarius, which Pluto just moved into Aquarius, and a whole heap of other exciting planetary stuff is going to happen in Aquarius. But right now, today, moon and sun hanging out in Aquarius together, it gives us access. It's almost like a doorway. The moon says, hey, come and explore Aquarius through my portal, and we can all do that. So dark moon, time to turn inward, and this time we're turning inward towards exploring what are our core moral beliefs, what are we willing to stand up for, and also just to be proudly individual. Aquarius energy is the wonderful, crazy, mad scientist weirdo of the zodiac, tapping into our individuality, being exactly who we are and proud of it. So we can think about that tonight. If you're doing ritual tonight, I did a lot of ritual last night, really went into a deep place with some dark moon water scrying and pulled some cards and just spent a good couple of hours by myself in that beautiful ritual zone, and got some messages and journaled about it. And so simple. So yeah, I invite you to explore that Aquarius energy. What makes you the individual that you are? What are you willing to stand up for? What are you willing to rock the boat for, and maybe cop some flack, as brave individuals have over the history of humanity? And Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, and Uranus is a rule breaker. In the Western world, Saturn was the known boundary of the solar system until the late 1700s, the Age of Enlightenment, and then Uranus was discovered, And it was just like, hey, everything that you think is true, think again. Think outside the box. The universe doesn't end at Saturn. In fact, there's a whole freaking lot more to explore. Uranus also, little interesting sciencey fact, all the other planets in our solar system are moving around the sun on a more or less vertical axis. You know, the Earth has her tilt and all that, but more or less, you know, North Pole, South Pole. Well, Uranus is the opposite. The poles are here, lateral, and it's tumbling around the sun, the rule breaker, doing it their way, the rebel, the change bringer. So there can often be a sense of upheaval with Aquarius, but we can embrace that. Now I'm going to sing the song, and this song is called Think of the Day. I wrote this when I was really doubting myself and reminding myself to always come from a place of integrity, to honour my soul, to go deeper and have my actions meet my convictions. This was my second album, and I was going through a really hard time, really bad cycles of depression. So I wrote this to myself as a reminder, hey, I know you're being pulled into the underworld, but remember to look up, think of the day. And I like that too, because Uranus in Greek mythology, Uranos, is the sky, and in modern Greek, Uranos is still the sky. So that think of the day, just look up into light and be yourself and walk your own true path. So here we go. When you have faded away, when you are lost to the night, may you return to me, may all your battles be easy to fight. Sometimes the underworld calls you away, when you are far below. Think of the day. I'm disappointed in you, walking the path that is worn. What are you meant to do? Should I expect you to hold back the dawn? I know the underworld needs to be fed. Sometimes I feel you are too easily led. So where do I go? I don't know where the river flows. I don't know where the river flows. That hurt. I just got my cast off yesterday, day before. I am the water and I am a stone. May you discover the right journey for keeping you warm. May all your choices be ones that intrinsically honor your soul. Sometimes the underworld calls you away, when you are far below. Think Okay, an edited version because ouch. And that was my first attempt at strumming. Yeah, so I had that broken arm and broken wrist, and I got my cast off on Wednesday, and now it's all just about ow and stretching and getting back into shape. But I know I've got to move it. It just really fucking hurts. Anyway, bless it for healing though. Miracle, our bodies. Events. Also, I wrote a little blog yesterday, which you can see on my website, and which is wendyrule.com, or you can head to a link in my bio, about why I say dark moon instead of new moon, and my reasoning behind that, because many people refer to, astrologers and astronomers especially, refer to the moment when the sun and moon are conjunct as the new moon, so there can be a bit of confusion around the use of the term dark moon, but many of us witches are using the term dark moon. But anyway, have a look at my blog. You can also find lyrics for that song. I've been updating all the lyrics on my website, and I've got my first 4 albums and Persephone up there, so head to my website and you can look at all that. Events. My next little tour is to Paganicon in Minneapolis. That's an amazing conference, and that's going to be wonderful. I'm presenting there. Then I come back and run our New Mexico Ostara Spring Equinox Retreat, starting on March 21st to the 24th, Sunday to Thursday, 3 days, 3 nights of ritual, magic, feasting, fun, creating, exploring, dancing, laughing, eating. And we have just a few places left. We have 1 private room put aside for 2 people and a few little private spaces that we can curtain off. So check that out on my website. There's a link directly to that in my bio, and an Aussie tour coming up in support of my new album, which will be coming out in June. I'll have dates for that very soon. Lots and lots going on. But for now, the Aquarius Dark Moon. Oh, and hey, Happy New Year! Year of the Wood Dragon. So many people across the globe are celebrating New Year's Day today. So the second dark moon after the December solstice. So here we are, a whole fresh new beginning. Let's tap into that energy and embrace it. So yeah, Happy New Year, Happy Year of the Wood Dragon, and blessings for the Aquarius Dark Moon. And thanks for listening. This is a long one. See you.